Congrats on the win. Obviously, you're making a clear statement by saying you want Juan Archuleta next. So would you say that you're going to put a pause on your featherweight future and focus on cutting down to 135?
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, with that down, how soon do you want to get back on the cage?
I'm not sure. We're gonna
He's
talk
the
to the
man.
team.
Kevin?
Hey, Johnny, congrats on the win as usual. Listen, you're still undefeated. Explain to us, has the undefeated been like a thought on your mind, or have you been going through camp and fights without it bothering you much?
I'm 0-0 every day. That's how I think. I just got to get better and better every day, like I'm nobody. As soon as you let your ego take over, that's when you start to lose. So I try to not have an ego, come in every day and get better. That's my mindset. I'm 0-0. Records don't matter. Nothing matters. All that matters is what you're doing in the moment.
Walk us through the emotions you were feeling when you got hit, clipped in the second round. What were you feeling emotionally, and or what was your thoughts?
Move my head. Move my head. Land back. If I can't land back, get the fight in a position where I know I can win. I don't even think, man. I just react. To be honest, I move my head, and just try to get the fight where I know I could not get hit. So whether that's I hit him with the right and move off because I stun him, then he doesn't want to come at me anymore, or whether I take him down and start landing shots on top of him. Wherever I need to go, I'll get there.
Mark, go ahead, Kevin.
Hey, Adam, congrats on the victory. That makes it 2 victories in the year of 2020. Obviously, you want your Christmas. We understand that. Do you look to see any particular opponent for your future fights, or are you just going to take this vacation easy?
Yeah, I was asking for this fight. Other guys, bigger names, and they didn't want to fight me. I don't want to say nobody, but for example, today he's a co-main event, and I asked him like 3 times, and he said, yeah, no. So, but I really want to fight next year for the end of next year for the title. So I want to be ready at February and after May and after, I don't know when. Next year, I want to fight 3 or 4 times.
All right. So Henry Corrales, do you think that he is a great matchup in which you could easily dominate the fight, or is it just going to be a scrap with you two?
I cannot say easy fight, This is a Bellator. This is one of the highest level on the world. So, but I really want to fight against him,
All right.
He's top 30 or something. I don't know on the world.
It'd be a pleasure to give him his last fight.
Kevin?
It's about congratulations once again. I know you said that you got the broken hand, you're going to rest up, and you mentioned Paul Daly, but what about MVP? He's one of the most biggest unsolved puzzles in Bellator. How much do you look forward to possibly, breaking that puzzle?
Man, honestly, anyone in the welterweight division, whoever they give me, I don't turn down fights. I fight. I'm a fighter. So as soon as they give me a name, that's who I'm fighting. I don't pick and choose my opponents. I'm not at that spot, in my career. So it's anybody who they put in front of me. Let's do the damn thing. I don't give a fuck. So line them up.
All right. So one last question for me. What's the best way you can describe 2020 so far for you?
Fuck this COVID shit. First of all, it's fucking bullshit ass virus. 2020 sucks. You got places closing down. You got, whatever capacity going into places, people wearing masks, people freaking out. It's like you got people like Nick Newell, for example. I gave him a fist bump. I gave him a hug when I saw him. He's training, obviously, with his buddies. He's the only one that like tests positive. Like how the hell is that? But this is a very contagious virus, right? We got to be fucking scared of this shit, right? If he had it, which I think it's a false positive. If he had it, so many other people would have had it. He's literally grappling right next to me with his buddy, training and whatnot, and then he tests positive, but his buddy doesn't make any sense, man. So I just think this whole shit's a fluke. You got 99.7 survival rate on it. I mean, there's more deadlier things out here than the coronavirus or the fucking COVID-19 or whatever. So I don't know. Don't even ask me stupid ass questions about COVID. Fuck that shit.
Time for 1 or 2 more here. Kevin?
Hey, Mousasi, congratulations on the victory again. This is the second time you stopped a champion from weight class under you coming up to challenge for the your weight class's belt. Like, are you happy enough to say that, hey, this is a message to all the future welterweight champions? Don't come up and challenge me for the belt when I'm in this division.
No, because listen, the guy was the same size as me. He had the whole year to gain weight, and so he didn't look small at all. You have Kevin Gaslam, you have Whitaker, who are welterweights and they're championship material. So weight doesn't make you a winner. 5 pounds, maybe I got 2-3 pounds over him. That's not gonna get me the win. I won because I was the more technical fighter.
Kevin, go ahead.
Hey, thanks. One big question I have for me is recently it was released that there's been a big influx of retirements and releases from the Bellator roster. Any comment on that?
You know what? I think if you factor in the amount of months that we haven't cut anybody or change our roster over, it's been about 3 athletes a month that have gone out to 3 athletes that have come in. We try to manage our roster right below 300, and that's kind of where we feel comfortable. And so that's a goal, but it just seems like a lot because it happened all at once. But really, we haven't, had this conversation with fighters and change our roster and actually cut fighters since probably January or February. So it's been a long time, and to me, it's like, look, we got a lot of new fighters that we're signing and a lot of blue chip prospects we brought in. We have to make room for those guys. And so, like I said earlier, some of the fighters retired, some of the fighters' contracts expired, and we need to make room. So that's what the nature of that is that we're gonna have new fighters coming in, fighters going out. But really, if you average it over the last 10 months, it's really like three a month. So it just happened all at once. That's just the way it went down. But it's not something that is as drastic as it appears.
Thanks, Scott.